Yeah.
You know, listening to this music, I just keep thinking, what is it, Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he's just kind of sitting there doing this thing? I can't help myself.
Now that
I can't help myself.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, I instantly think of The Splits.
Is that what it is? I think it might be in the same scene where he's sitting there in the bar, like just those two girls. He's
grooving out. That's right. Yeah.
I think that's Bloodsport. I can't remember what movie that is.
We'll have
to look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up. What's up, guys? Woo! We're live. RetroLab podcast, episode 2.
Dose.
In the RetroLab. We're live on Twitch. We're posting these up on YouTube. But tonight, we're here live on Twitch. With me, FuturemanGaming. We got MadDawgMike here.
The hype is here, everybody.
MadDawgMike, the hype man himself. And then, of course, Pizza Guy Dude.
Hey.
Yeah, there he is, the Pizza Guy Dude. It's good. It's good to be here. It is Tuesday, and we've got some games to talk about. We've got some movies to talk about. We've got some gaming news to talk about. We got some games to play. We're going to be getting a little bit lost in time later on. The segment where 10 minutes, new game. 10 minutes, new game. From our long list of retro games that we have here in the RetroLab. Again, if you're in the chat, be sure to use the command !game list to see everything that we've got going on. And then a little after that, a little later, we're going to be switching over to some Star Wars because, it's...
Oh, yeah. We're kicking this. We're lighting this candle early, everybody. We're lighting it early.
Yes,
we got May the 4th tomorrow.
May the 4th.
And that's, I asked today, I was like, can I get tomorrow off as a religious holiday? And they told me no, the jerks.
So you went.
It's like they don't even care.
So you force shocked them.
I tried. I sat there. I did a little choke thing, and everybody just looked at me like I was dumb. So I walked away.
They were like, I would have, if you would have actually given the attempt, I would have been like, you get the day off. Actually, there. That's the type of company that I would like to own, where it's like, listen, if you tried that just for trying that,
it won't even let me have Leif Erikson day off, and I feel like just after that SpongeBob episode, everybody should have it. But whatever.
Yeah, we need to get you some more days off,
right?
Or some different bosses,
more
or
holidays.
Yeah, May the 4th, and then there's Return of the 5th.
Yes.
And then there's the
Revenge of the 6th.
Revenge of the 6th.
There's there was like a list.
Does it keep going?
There's so many things this month. Like, you got all those days. You got the anniversaries of all the movies, because apparently they've all come out in May. You got George Lucas's birthday, all this other stuff. Yeah. Oh man, that's what I should have wore. I had my Spaceballs the hat. I should have wore that.
Spaceballs.
Didn't even think about that.
Spaceballs is one of the best parody movies. Now, there's a lot of good parody movies, but Spaceballs has to be up there for one of the best of all time ever. Spaceballs, I feel like Naked Gun has got to be in that consideration.
Airplane.
Does
that count?
That 100% counts. Yeah. Now, I don't know the movies. I have not seen the actual original movies that they are parodying.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if Airplane fell into that, because I didn't know if it was like a parody or they were just making fun of everyone.
Yeah, no, I believe they are actually like parodying. I think there were a bunch of movies, or there was a movie about a plane. I don't know. Does anybody know? If you're in the chat, let us know, or in the comments, up above, down below, wherever they are. Let us know. All I know is Leslie Nielsen is just in my top 5 favorite comedian actor.
Yeah.
Comedian actor. I wouldn't say just straight comedian. Comedic actor. He would be in my top. Him, Chris Farley.
Oh, Chris Farley 100%.
Is up there.
Chris Farley.
Maybe Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Would be up there. Not so much as newer stuff. I can't really speak for his newer stuff, but Billy Madison.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
That Hubie's Halloween really cracked me up.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's like a funny horror movie thing that he did. But his mom in that movie, 100% reminds me of what I hope my mother will become. because like she's
Yeah.
randomly wearing shirts throughout the movie that are just so highly inappropriate, and she just completely is oblivious to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like at one time during the movie, she's wearing a shirt. This is like boner donor on it.
Yeah, just
I got this at the Goodwill. Yeah,
Dude,
just
was your mom a mom who was like a cool mom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so now was she like, all right, if you drink or if you
be responsible, and if the cops bring you home, I don't know who you are. That's kind of how that rounded out.
Yeah. I think that like I had pretty strict parents when it came to that stuff, but I kind of kept it under the radar, kept it pretty low key. But I feel like when you have stricter parents, you tend to like want to go against that more.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not a dad.
Well, I mean, I was never really one of those kids that like to go out and get drunk in high school and stuff. Like there were times where me and my friends would hang out, we have a couple beers that the brother or sister brought, but we never got so messed up that like
you kept it responsible.
Yeah, and I hung out in my small circle of friends, so my parents always knew like where I was.
Yeah.
So no matter what, I was safe, and they knew it. And if there was ever a chance, they trusted me enough to like call and be like, hey,
So they weren't like, we're getting. Your mom wasn't like, we'll have the beers for you and like drinking with you and stuff. Because I feel like there's different layers and levels.
Yeah, I don't know if we were at that level.
Right.
It was like one of those. All right, so we're gonna pour this in the Coke bottle, and they're never gonna know.
Yeah. Dude, I remember in college, there would be some parents that would come up for Parents Weekend, and it was like, that they were party like animals.
Oh, yeah.
And,
100%. See, there's my mom right there. Say, hey, you got away with a lot. Yeah, I did.
Mad Dog Mom in the chat. He got away with a lot. See, that's the thing. It's like she knew, though. I feel a parent.
They knew.
Yeah, as a kid, you're always thinking you're getting away with everything, but like they probably know and knew. So anyways, yeah, we're innocent, totally innocent.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Everything. Also, what is it after a certain time, like you're not guilty of something anymore, isn't that
statute of limitations?
Yeah, statute of
that.
limitations.
Yeah.
You guys, let's get down to the gaming. Well, not gaming news yet, but I'm going to check in with you, Mike. What's been going on in terms of gaming life? What have you been playing? What's been going on, man?
Still going on with Horizon Zero Dawn. Got a little bit further in that. Still absolutely loving it. And then Sea of Thieves had a new update on their adventure.
Nice.
And I got into a little bit of trouble this weekend. Got into a little bit of trouble. Me and the old SS Doggy Style really jumped into it. And man, because they got Sea of Thieves at one point created a new randomized enemy called the Megalodon, which is a giant shark. And they have different sharks. Like they come up as different colors, but they have this one shark that has like a 0.001% chance of you ever seeing it, and that is the Shrouded Ghost. And the meme is like, Rare says, "Oh yeah, it exists. It's in there. You'll find it." But the meme is it doesn't exist. Like they're trolling us. Well, this new update with this new adventure, you actually can summon the Shrouded Ghost to try and kill it.
Okay.
So we were trying to do that this weekend. We had some griefers come around. We threw down the hammer. We didn't sink. It was a beautiful day. We'll have to get back to get back to that adventure, but it was a lot of fun. And then Saturday was my
Hold on. Let me ask a quick question about Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
I like the idea of them keeping something super rare like that in the game.
Yeah.
It's almost like on Twitch when I don't know if they still do this, but remember when Golden Kappa was a thing?
Yeah.
Kappa, an emote that means I'm telling the truth, is used on Twitch when somebody is telling the truth about something.
Yeah.
And there was a golden version. I've
Yeah,
actually met
I
that
remember.
guy. I got a photo with that guy
Yeah.
at the last TwitchCon. Yeah, he looks. I mean, it's his face.
Yeah, it's exactly
So it checks out. He looks like the emote.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that I haven't seen one in ages. So I don't know if they stopped doing it, but there was a time where it was like the mythical legend of the golden kappa. And if you got one or if you saw one, it kind of just made it, I don't know, special. And so the fact that they had this boss, was it considered a boss? A boss or an event?
Yeah, we'll call it.
Okay,
we'll call
this
it a boss.
event that was so rare that it made it like mythological a little bit. It
Well,
actually
yeah,
like
'cause
added to.
There were so many rumors like, oh, you could only find it at, when there's fog and at this corner of the map, and then they were like, no, that's not accurate. You got to be, over here, and you got to be right in the center of the storm, or you got to have this many lanterns on of this color and all this. None of that stuff was legit. It's just all RNG.
Dude.
And
yeah, I think that that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Because normally the internet just figures things out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
There's people who just figure it out and then it gets posted and then it's out there.
Yeah.
You know? So the fact that it was still a little bit mysterious and like people couldn't, or I guess they just made it so it just was very rare.
Yeah.
Then
I don't
know. I like that.
Bad. A friend of mine actually saw it in game naturally.
Did he though?
He did. He showed me.
Did he have evidence? Because that's the thing where it's like now you almost need evidence
he showed
of that.
me the clip, but he messed up and he didn't kill it, so he didn't get the achievement for it. And he immediately just uninstalled the game. He didn't play for like 3 months. He was so mad because that's like top tier achievement. If you have that title on your name, you are like friggin' Alice Cooper in Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not worthy.
We're not worthy. Well, okay, so they made it so everybody can get it now, though.
Yes, but
All
you
right.
still got to work for it.
Okay.
You got to work for it.
Well, I think that I'm okay with that after a certain amount of time being like, listen, if you didn't get it at this
it's gotta
point.
be like 2 years that this
All
thing
right.
has been happening. So
that's fine then.
And
All
then, Saturday,
yeah.
oldest son's birthday, went and saw Sonic 2 finally.
Sonic 2,
Excited to tell you
nice.
guys what I thought about that one.
Yeah. Was it a good theater movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very
and
good theater movie.
I don't know. Was it better than on par with the first one? Was decent. I actually, I went in pretty low expectations on the first one and was like, all right, this, they did a fine job.
Oh yeah, the first one was amazing. It exceeded my expectations by leaps and bounds. But the second one,
yeah,
the whole time, man,
yeah,
there's just so many amazing Easter eggs, so many amazing just fan service bits. And if it was legit, if Jim Carrey is serious about saying that he's retiring, this was the best foot to retire on.
Yeah.
His performance in this one.
Wow.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that when we get to that portion of the news.
Yo, okay. I think that
there's a lot to that one.
That's what intrigued me the most about those movies was just to watch Jim Carrey kind of do his thing and be like, who would have ever thunk? I remember there was this clip going around of him at the Emmys and Andy Samberg and another presenter.
Oh yeah,
they're like,
we
need you to move out of this section, and then he was like, I'm actually in a movie. They were like, this is for, people who are nominated for movies or people who are in movies.
Yeah, he was in the movie section, and they wanted him to move to the TV side.
They were in on it for sure. It was just a bit, but he was like, I'm actually in a movie. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog, and I remember seeing that and being like, oh, he's just kidding. Like, that's kind of a joke. But no, it was actually, I mean, it's like,
yeah, no,
who would have ever thought, like, okay, I don't know. He wouldn't have been like my maybe first. I just don't think that I wouldn't have thought that he would have taken that role, I don't know. But it does work. I also think that Dr. Robotnik was always like a big round egg. He's a fucking he's an egg.
Yeah.
He's a big round egg. And so on that basis alone, I was like, all right, well, maybe they'll pick somebody else. But I thought he did fantastic, I thought he did great.
He knocked it out of the park on that first
what
one.
like funny movie to retire on as well.
Oh yeah, if he was serious about that, then this was the one to do it on.
Yeah, so you liked it. It was good.
Oh, yeah, so
it's a thumbs up from Mike on the
Multiple
Sonic
thumbs
2. I know Knuckles is in there.
Yep.
Knuckles.
Tails is in it as well.
What I want is the original version to be released of the first one. Yes. Why not?
Because that's
just
the
put it
one
out there.
time that the internet actually bullied
put it
a studio enough to get it changed.
We need to bully them again. Release the footage. Release the footage.
I couldn't do it. It's painful just thinking about that.
Dude, it was so bad though. It was so bad. I think the internet blew it way out of proportion, and like it was a big fucking overreaction. But it did look so bad.
It was like, no, it did not need to be. What's the word? Anthropomorphic, whatever.
I don't know. I know what you're saying, but I don't know.
Looking as it was.
Right.
That was just the wrong direction. And
yeah,
whoever they fired and then replaced that person with, that person needed like the Bugatti company car, the best office corner, whatever. Like, you need to keep that person happy because they saved your ass.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The after looked pretty nice. It's crazy because it just looked like the actual character. Yeah. Isn't that a wild idea to think that? So, anyways, the CGI in the second one, good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay,
perfect.
But also, don't you want to see like? I hope there's a fan made version where they like de-Sonicify it again and make it like over the top, really bad looking.
Knuckles would literally look like Ugandan Knuckles if they kept that same theme with like Tails and Knuckles.
Yes, that's what we want.
Awful.
That's what we need.
I couldn't do it.
Well, so Sonic 2 is good, cool. What else? Anything else?
No, that was really it. It was a nice chill weekend.
Pretty chill. Nice, man. Well, I worked on Saturday, just worked on different streaming stuff. Nothing really report there. And then on Sunday, I got tickets to the Cardinals game. Last second tickets to the Cardinals game, and we had amazing tickets. I mean, it's like the dugout, and then us like right next to the dugout. Row A on the ticket.
Oh,
front freaking row. My buddy just got it through work. You know how people just get tickets through work, and it's like somebody didn't want them. It was just asking somebody in the office, and next thing you know, we're front row. These tickets are probably hundreds of dollars.
You could smell the BO from the dugout.
Dude, yeah.
Just like,
well, the players
America.
are like, they're like chewing their, sunflower and like spitting them everywhere and like just devouring gum and like chewing tobacco. And, you can see them like looking at like tablets and like looking at footage of like their last at bat. And like, it was just really cool experience. Now, was it the best to like see the gameplay and actually watch the baseball game? No, but for like a one-off experience, it was fantastic. It was so great. And then I was looking today on Instagram, and the Cardinals posted this footage of one of the players, Bader, hit a home run that like put us in the lead. And you can hear me talking in the background, and then my friend goes, "Oh!" So like we're close enough, and we happened to be like close enough to the microphone where I was like, "Oh shit, that's me talking." You can just hear me going blah 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 blah, and then my friend goes, "Oh!"
There's a fun KSDK friggin' Easter egg for you.
Yeah, right.
You can hear the Futureman.
I mean, that's how close I was that the mics are like picking us up.
I'd be giving him a phone call, being like, "Hey, look, like I need some royalties off of this.
Yeah, come on, you can't just
right."
I'm sure it's like in the contractors. I don't know. We were talking about this. I didn't know this. If you fall onto the field, you're automatically ejected.
Yep.
You knew that?
Yeah.
It does make sense, but I had no. So even if it's an accident, even if you're just going for a foul ball and you happen to slip over, you're out.
I mean, I know about the whole going on the field, you're ejected thing. And maybe there's some extenuating circumstances. Maybe you just were not unintentionally reaching too far and you
Yeah.
lost your balance or some jerk pushed you off or something. But
If somebody, maybe if somebody pushes, that's the one instance where I'd be like, okay. But I think they have a firm stance on that because everybody would just be like, oh, whoops, I'm like falling in.
Yeah.
There'd be people who would abuse that rule just to be like,
no, I'm falling.
like, and then rolls and like keeps rolling,
Yeah.
like a soccer player who gets injured or something.
He started first, end up at third
He like
somehow.
dives in for a foul
I'm-
ball, and then just
It's like
keeps
the Austin
rolling
Powers
across.
airplane scene. Just, I've fallen over. I have fallen again.
I'm falling again. I keep falling. So yeah. Anyways, that was so fun, dude. I will not watch very many baseball games, and I don't follow it as closely ever since I stopped doing fantasy baseball. But it's great to go to the game, man. I got a hot dog and some beers, and
Spent
it was
like 50
beautiful. Yeah. It's like you offset the cost of that by being like the tickets were at least free.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But yeah, it does hurt the price of all that stuff, but you just bake it into the experience, you know?
You know, it's just one of those things. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
When's the next time we're gonna do this? Let's live it
Right,
up
like
a little
it's
bit.
it's an event. It's an event. It's, you know, if I had season tickets or something, or if I was going all the time, then I don't know, maybe I'd be sneaking beers in or something. I don't know. I'd have to figure out a way to
Do
like
you
offset.
do it at the movie theater? Just bring somebody
Dude,
who brings a big bag.
I've
and
done
you
that
got
before.
Just the
Yo,
full
bring in a
Boondocks.
bottle of wine. Like,
Yeah.
it's actually really nice. And yeah, I would recommend. I don't know. I've never gotten in trouble for that.
Oh, I haven't. I did it with my mom all the time.
I think
We'd
that
have Burger King burgers just chilling
if
there in
I
the movie
were
theater.
if I were working at the movie theater, I'd be like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Have you
go
seen the
for
price
it.
of popcorn?
Also,
enjoy yourself.
We're getting paid $9 an hour. I'm not here to be security for the movie
Nah, I
theater.
couldn't
You know
be
what I'm
that
saying?
guy.
I'd be like, I rip the ticket and I put butter on the popcorn for you. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you guys are making out in the back.
Yeah.
where we know you are.
Right. Yeah. So it's fun to go to the baseball game. I had a great time. I had a good weekend, and yeah, and I've been playing Elden Ring still. So nothing really new to update in terms of like, oh, dude, I'm going to rewind. You have to rewind too. Ready?
Oh, okay. Flip it and reverse it.
So I had a great time at the baseball game, and I have some more gaming stuff to talk about because I did play the Overwatch 2 beta.
Oh, snap.
I played the Overwatch 2 beta, and I feel like this has been kind of a hot topic on the internet because it's the same thing. They're blah blah blah. Their 5v5 is not as good. They didn't change enough of this. There's a lot of like people who are really kind of not liking what they're seeing. You know, then there's also the fact that it had the most views. It was like crazy viewed.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw reports of it drop down to like less than 1% of like what it was before. I think there's so many layers to this whole entire situation that there's a lot to dissect. But first off, from my point of view in terms of how much fun I had fun. But I also like Overwatch. It felt very much like Overwatch. It did feel like Overwatch with a twist, though. I played the new hero. Sojourn, and she was pretty cool. She had this like slide super jump, and then basically has like a machine gun that if you hit shots, it charges up a Gauss rifle for a right click. That's where you're gonna get most of your damage with that character, and I played a few rounds with that character.
Okay.
And I was having fun. I mean, what can I say? I like Overwatch, and I have a off-tank player was like my main role, so they got rid of that. So I'm bummed about that. But I do wish, and we were talking about this last week, I do wish there were more characters. I wish there were more maps. I wish there was just more. But the game was looking fantastic. Now, I think that maybe is because I was playing in 1080p on my old monitor with like the settings all down as far as possible so that I could get the best performance. And now, because I've like boosted my setup like
Yeah.
max, like a new monitor and new GPU in there, and everything was in ultra. So I was like, dude, it looks crazy. But and it was fun to play. I didn't have as watching it. I was like, I don't know if I really am interested in watching this too much. But I played probably like 9 or 10 games, and probably like 8 of those I was like, all right, one more. All right, one more. All right, one more. And I didn't get to play tank because the tank queue is out of control, and that's where you got the most changes. There's only one tank. Everybody's trying to queue tank.
Are they doing like they're doing with current Overwatch, where you just queue in on like support, tank, and damage, whatever the other one is?
DPS. So everybody's queuing into tank, so that's it's really hard to get tank. Plus, there's only one spot there. We did a couple support games. Shout out Dynamo in the community. He was gaming with me. We were gaming. It was cool. We did some support. Support got like no changes. Very similar to Overwatch 1. And so that's why nobody's really wanting to play support. I will say that the games with 5 players, it felt like, at least in these games, that the fights were kind of lasting actually longer than I expected. I felt like with one less tank, maybe the healers are just dumping heals into the one tank, and it's like the tanks are pretty tanky. Maybe that's just like, everybody's still feeling it out, and I'm not used to playing DPS. But it felt like these like pretty long, engaging fights that were fun. And I liked that. I still don't know if I prefer it over 6v6, but I also feel like what they're trying to do is like evolve a game, and that's a fine line to determine like how much do you change, how much do you not change. It's very similar, and they're trying to change it up. That's also going to just divide people. People really like 6v6. The core audience that was still playing 6v6 wants to still play 6v6. So it's like, do you focus on bringing in new people? Do you bring back other people who aren't, the core audience anymore, who liked Overwatch but just are playing other games now? And so it's tough as a developer to find that line. Where do you go? But it's also like, look at like how other games have had sequels over the years. Halo 2 to like Halo 3. Those games are very similar, right?
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
Those games are very similar.
Changes.
So I think it's so tough for this game in particular because so much of the gameplay is centered around this class-based system. And, obviously they're changing the characters in subtle ways and nerfing this and, adding this damage to this and changing abilities on this character, and they've been changing it over time, and they're balancing it for esports, but they're also trying to balance it for like the casual player as well. And I don't know. I just think it's a tough position to be in. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do as the devs here, because it's like, maybe don't call it Overwatch 2, but it's also like Halo. Again, Halo 2 to Halo 3. Or like a fighting game, Street Fighter 2 to like Street Fighter 3. There's some new fighters, but it's like, do you make like a whole new game? I don't know. I think there needs to be like 10 new characters, and maybe they'll get there. Like way more maps, maybe more changes to the support characters. With that said, dude, the game's free. If you already own Overwatch 1, the game's free, and there's the PvE stuff, which people haven't seen at all. So it's like, yeah,
yeah, and
there's a lot of layers.
I think I've been shielded a little as far as like this beta comes, because I'm watching my friend Emma play, and she's just wrecking it, and then she throws up compilations of her falling off the map. That's really all I'm seeing. So I actually had to like dive deep to try and find things, and most of the things that I saw were like super superficial things, like, oh, they changed the way the Tracer looks, so she's not thick with 2 C's anymore, you know, all this stuff. But my original opinion, and it's changing as things are coming out.
Hey,
my original opinion is maybe they didn't need Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Maybe if they were going to do Overwatch 2, they needed to come out with a whole new generation of heroes. Like, don't bring back Reinhardt and all these other characters. Start with Sojourn and make a whole new crew.
Yeah. Yeah, really fundamentally, you're saying just like all new. I think that's like so hard for them to do because they have all the lore.
Yeah.
People love the characters. So it's like maybe I think I would just not have called it Overwatch 2. Maybe call it Overwatch : something. Yeah, reload. Yeah,
something like that. But
yes,
or make Overwatch 2 and make it more lore based.
Yeah.
Like, give us, like, they would have those events in Overwatch 1 where they told you, like, oh, this was Tracer when she was a cadet in Overwatch. Or you know, all these little things. Make lore-based
like
things.
It's tough.
Like, what was it? Did you ever play Command & Conquer?
Hell yeah.
You remember a game, it was a first-person shooter, Command & Conquer Renegade.
I did not play it, but I know of it.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah.
Where, you know, Command & Conquer, top-down RTS, and then you have Command & Conquer Renegade where it's a first-person shooter, you're playing as a soldier, and you're doing all this crazy stuff. Just kind of like do a little branch off. Like
that's almost in line with like another like not mainline title. It's almost like that would be another like side. I would say like side game.
Yeah, like
you know?
maybe like Overwatch Origins. Tell me how Overwatch was formed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Overwatch 2, I think you need a lot of I almost feel like you just need way more characters is like the big thing that I'll keep going back to. And then again, maybe some different game modes. And then a battle royale. I said it.
Oh,
yeah, I said it.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I was on a podcast with Dr. Disrespect all of a sudden.
Battle royales are fun.
Overwatch 2 is going to die if it doesn't get a battle royale. It needs a PR.
It could work. I'm just saying.
It probably, you know what? As much crap as I'm giving you, it might.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Man, that's a tricky one. I don't know if
I don't know. We'd have to. It's tough. It basically, bottom line is, we'll see. I think that they're having issues because they called it Overwatch 2, and it's not enough to be.
And I just don't
sequel.
think like there are people. And the problem is these individuals somehow get to be louder than everyone else, but
that's the internet.
You're not gonna please everyone. Like there are gonna be fans that are like, "Hey, cool, I'm liking what you're changing, woohoo, whatever," and then you're going to have the other 80-something% of the group who are mad because Widow's thighs are like 3 centimeters smaller than what they were in Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the loudest people will be the people who are the most upset.
Yeah.
Like the other people are just going to be playing the game, or there are some people who are just like, "Oh, I don't like something, I'll just move on."
Yeah, like
but
I don't.
It does make sense that the most feedback would probably come from people being negative about whatever thing, because that's just human nature.
Complaining to complain at this point.
But Overwatch 2, we'll see. I think that I'll keep playing it and feeling it out, and we'll be following that one because it's definitely interesting. I think that, we'll see. Overwatch 2.
I think it's time. I think I need to try and maybe when another beta comes.
Yeah, they're going to be dropping more. They're going to be dropping more.
And actually try it out.
Well, I think the PvE could be interesting as well. Like, there's that whole side of it. And then, like I said, it's free, the multiplayer aspect. So it's like, if you already paid for Overwatch 1, it's up to you. You get to play it for free. And then if you just don't like the 5v5 mode, it's also like that you can go back to the other game as well. So there's there's lots of options there. But yeah, let's go on to some game news, shall we?
All right.
Video game news segment. We got the Pizza Dude over here in the producer zone. What is our first gaming news article?
For those of you that don't know, Square Enix is selling all of their Western studios. It looks like it was a $300 million deal. The studios that they will be getting rid of are Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal. That was about around 1,100 employees. It looks like it's going to be over 50 classic games, but the most notable ones are going to be Deus Ex, Tomb Raider, Thief, Legacy of Kain, The Avengers, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, don't mess up Guardians.
Interesting.
Please, leave it alone. But man, what if they brought back Legacy of Kain? Do you remember that PS1?
I did not play that, but I know it just from the name. So I don't know what is it. I don't know what it is.
And I have not played it in so long, but I think they had two of them. There was Legacy of Kain, and then
Say PlayStation 1?
yes,
I mean, we could even check it out on stream if we wanted to.
There was a second one where it was like Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, and then Blood something where you like the bad guy was a vampire or something. I haven't played it in years.
Yeah.
Deus Ex, such a fantastic game. I loved both of them.
Deus Ex, Divided Mankind.
Divided and Human Evolution, I think, was the first one.
Okay, yeah. I know that that's a very popular series of like
Excellent games.
cyberpunk style.
Yeah, dystopian future. Kind of thing.
Blade Runner style, like
I would go as far as to say it has that Blade Runner feel.
I played one of those games. I think it was Mankind Divided on
I think
stream.
that was the second one.
And it was giving me problems like on my old computer, so I wasn't able to keep playing it. But I liked what I did see, and I did play Thief back in the day. I remember
Thief was good.
Enjoying Thief back in my younger days. I don't know what's the play on selling this. Square sells all of its Western game studios to Embracer. Who's Embracer?
I don't know, but that is a lot of huge, like Hitman. That's
Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman.
Yeah,
is
Hitman 2
under
Hitman.
Crystal Dynamics. Is that theirs? No, that's not theirs. That's the E1. Eidos.
Eidos. Yeah,
there it is. Eidos Montreal. Hitman, that was sold. Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider series.
Dude, those are great.
Like, these are solid IPs that they're just letting go for what? To focus on Final Fantasy 14? They're going to go the Blizzard route and hope that their MMO keeps that money rolling?
I guess. Looks like Embracer owns Gearbox.
Okay.
And THQ Nordic.
Saber, they make great games. Asmodee, yo, Star Wars Armada.
Huh.
For all my tabletop plastic crack friends.
Embracer.
That could be solid. That's solid, especially if they have like THQ Nordic and Gearbox. Because Gearbox does Borderlands, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Gearbox, I feel like, was also involved in the Half-Life games.
And then THQ had like Darksiders and stuff. Very solid games.
I remember THQ a lot, like in the 90s, like more often than not, like seeing THQ as you boot up games on Nintendo 64 and stuff, like Battle Tanks maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how this affects the actual games in terms of what comes out and when and why. But yeah, if it means maybe kind of more of these games getting either new releases or remakes or remasters, I'm all for it, because a lot of these...
Well, I mean, Sony's like buying up IPs like crazy too, so it's only a matter of time before...
Oh my God.
There's a chance where they just buy out the rights to Tomb Raider.
That's true.
And then...
Tomb Raider's still a huge IP.
Yeah. Especially with the new trilogy that they had.
Yeah.
And those games were amazingly fun.
Yeah. Tomb Raider. Lara Croft. What a babe.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what do we got next? Pizza dude, guy dude.
We have an Elden Ring Game Boy D-Make. This looks like it's going to be. It's being made by one developer. He's also a streamer. He goes by the name Shintendo. That's Shin Tendo. His goal is to get it to work eventually on real hardware. The D-Make is using a software called GB Studio 3.0. Apparently, it's a popular retro game creator tool.
Nice.
So far, he has created the Chapel of Anticipation along with its long bridge and the Erd tree. So far, he's shown off a video of the dodge roll and a fight against an early boss. And his current goal is to finish designing Limegrave by the end of May.
Like, are we talking like Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening kind of style thing? Where you're just walking around and you just gotta wink, 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 wink at the guy real fast.
Let's just pull this up and watch this.
Okay.
We've got a little trailer here. Make it so everybody can see this, and then just go to the actual. I can bring us over to the page if you want to start it over.
Sure.
Let's see here.
You think if I'll show them this that I'll get some maidens?
Probably.
I've never played Elden Ring, but I'm really happy that I know
You just
that
keep
joke.
hearing that, yeah.
All right. We are. Want me to full screen it?
Just click the YouTube and then go theater mode. Yeah, perfect. There you go.
So yeah, this
And then
kinda
turn it
has
up.
like a Link Awakening feel to it almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting some Legend of Zelda vibes here. Look at that roll.
The roll is
Look at
fantastic.
that roll.
Turn it down a little bit, DWJ. Perfect. The roll is amazing.
I want to see the attack. Yeah, so it's basically just doing the shing shing shing.
Dude, I love the idea of D-makes.
Ooh, is this the? Well, I think I know.
Oh,
what
the
name
first
of this
boss.
Is. The grafted.
The very first boss that just owns you at the beginning of the game.
The roll is killing me.
Bracking me up.
Wow. There it is. That's incredible.
Wow.
There's his name, Shintendo TV.
That's
So good.
that's pretty. Wow.
I love-
the
I
creativity of
love-
some people, man. Like, it kills me sometimes.
I know that the Bloodborne D-make came out and was like a huge hit.
Yeah.
I didn't play it. Well, I went to the main menu and then messed around and looked at it, but didn't actually end up playing it. The idea is I'm gonna save it until we get either like a PC version or a remaster of Bloodborne or whatever. The next iteration, I'm kind of saving that D-make, but it's just a wonderful idea. Dude,
I didn't even know D-makes were a thing. This is like mind-blowing to me right now.
Yeah, I think I hope that this catches on and becomes more of a thing because we're in this sort of age of remasters and remakes.
Yeah, why not?
The D-make is a great idea.
Could you, like, just the number of games that come flooding to mind with something like this?
Yo,
Like,
agree.
even something as simple as like Hearthstone into a Game Boy version, like the old Yu-Gi-Oh game for the Game Boy, or
Yeah, I like
StarCraft Fire Emblem style,
It's sort of, we've got the best of both worlds. We're getting old games that are being made into remakes, remasters. There's like Resident Evil 2 that I think just absolutely is probably the pinnacle, in my opinion, of like all remakes. And then we've got modern retro games as well. Indie devs, indie teams making these games that look and sound like they could be played on any
like Streets
any
of
old
Rage.
Streets of Rage 4, I think, is absolutely incredible. Then we've got the new Ninja Turtles, what is it called?
Shredder's Revenge.
Or that I think
something.
is an excellent continuation. Then we've got games like Shovel Knight
Oh,
or
such a great game.
The Messenger comes to mind.
Yeah.
I think in The Messenger you could switch between 8-bit and 16-bit, I believe, which was a really cool mechanic. I think it was Messenger at least. But yeah, it's like that was the one piece that was missing. New games that we take back to the old aesthetic and the old graphic style. Like PlayStation, I feel like has such a like unique look to it, and in the Bloodborne demake, if I recall correctly, it's got all sorts of different settings for you to like continue to modify to make it have that old school look.
Like even, I almost wonder if this would work as like, with that, I it keeps reminding me of Legend of Zelda, but like Castlevania style side-scrolling platformers. Like we remember back in the day, those things, not even back in the day, now they are insanely difficult sometimes. Do you imagine Elden Ring in a Castlevania style?
Cool.
And the one thing that I hope, because somebody actually brought it up in chat, me personally, if I'm the head dude at, was it FromSoft that makes this, and I hear about this demake, it's one of those things where I'm like, dude, fly with it. Like you're a peacock, dude. Gotta let you fly.
Just go soar. Yeah,
and I know
hope,
there are some companies that are like,
no,
nah, see, this is, but it's so cool. Like let the dude's creativity fly, or hire him.
Yeah.
Shoot it out as a DLC if you really want to make money off of it. But
I think
don't stop the guy.
Is this true? Maybe somebody in the chat, or maybe was there a guy who just posted on the internet his own version of like the CGI'd Star Wars faces for like young Mark Hamill? And then I think this is true. I think Disney brought this guy in, and he like did the work on some of the later movies.
If that's true,
I believe that is.
So you're correct there. It was actually the Mandalorian. He redid Luke at the end.
Yep.
For those of you that's seen it, sorry if I spoiled it. But he redid the face, and then they ended up hiring him to keep doing it.
There it is.
Wow, that's a Star Wars fact I didn't know.
There it is. May the 4th be with you.
That's awesome. Wow.
May the 4th be with you. Was that before or after Baby Yoda chopped off that one Darth Vader's head?
That was after.
Okay.
Oh,
and then,
but
was that after or before Voldemort told Harry Potter that he was his father, and then Gandalf rode on the back of Jar Jar Binks into battle?
But then M. Bison showed up and asked if he put his name in the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, that's right.
That
yeah.
And then Captain Falcon was like, Falcon Punch!
Yeah, Falcon
and then
Punch. Yeah.
Cedric Diggory died.
Dude, that was
You're
awesome
welcome.
when that happened. I love that part.
Wait, Harry is a father?
Cool. What's our anyways, check that guy out. Shintendo, Elden Ring demake looks cool.
Beautiful.
More demakes, keep them coming. Talented developers. What do you got for us, Pizza Dude?
All right, the next one, for those of you that are PlayStation enthusiasts, PlayStation Plus is changing. It's coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
So what we got going on, PlayStation Plus and their PlayStation Now services are combining into one service. There's going to be 3 tiers: Essential, Extra, and Premium. And those are going to cost $59.99, $99.99, and $119.99 respectively per year. You will still get your 3 monthly games and your online multiplayer and store discounts as if you were still playing for PlayStation Plus. And then the Essential will get 2 PS4 and 1 PS5 game download a month.
Mm-hmm.
The Extra will get access to the game catalog, which include hundreds of downloadable PS4 and PS5 games. And then finally, the premium will get access to time-limited game trials, classic PlayStation games from the classic catalog, and then you get access to cloud streaming.
Now, see, this, as a Sony guy, through and through, I was actually very interested in this, and I thought this was a good move for them.
Yeah.
Because I never really understood. I tried PlayStation Now for a little bit.
Hold on. I have not been doing PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now. Okay, so PlayStation Plus used to be, let's just cover that first off.
Okay.
PlayStation Plus was your monthly online access subscription. If you want to play games with your friends online, you had $15 a month?
10.
$10 a month, and then it includes a couple free games per month. That was it, right? That's your basic subscription?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And now they're totally revamping this, and I have to assume that this is because Game Pass is killing it for Microsoft,
I think it's the
right?
Switch, too. With their,
good point.
N64, Super Nintendo's Genesis thing that they got going on.
Yeah.
But yes, Game Pass definitely probably was their main motivation for that. But what they're talking about is the add-on. PlayStation Now is basically a monthly thing you could do where you could play like classic PS1, PS2, PS3 games streamed. You had to have a really good internet connection for it to work.
Yeah.
And it was good. They had an amazing list.
Is it not laggy?
It wasn't for me, but I also have like fantastic internet for where
56K?
I'm at. No. I don't have fiber out there yet.
56K is like, you know, 50 like dial up. I was kidding.
Oh, well, come on, man. I'm tired.
I was kidding. Here.
It's the best fiber out there. Exactly. See, player knows.
You're like, dude, I don't have. You're like, a whole 56K?
Like, what?
Yeah, dude. Well, you hook in your 4K TV. It modulates the signal up to 56 plus the denominator of rhombus. And that gives you, I'll hook you up. I've got a promo code.
Cool. Sweet.
And we'll get you signed up. We got AOL CD. Anybody AOL CD T1? Yo.
Oh, please send it to me in the mail.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. The AOL CDs. So you had a good experience with the streaming.
Yeah, it was
because I was being a stickler in here in terms of wanting to use hardware where possible. You know, sticking to hardware emulation on the Mr. FPGA because it's just the closest, fastest, lowest input lag, lowest latency from the controllers.
If I could have done that, I would have. But
you're saying it's good though.
Yeah, it gets what you need done basically.
I feel like I feel like if you were a girl, this is a all right, stick with me on this. If you were a girl and we just had sex and I go, so that was good, and you go, yeah,
dude, you did what you
I'd be like,
to do.
All right,
That's what PlayStation Now was.
I'm not feeling very sold on that. You didn't do a good enough job there of making me feel like you go, yeah.
Ironically, I'm gonna say this after we just used this euphemism.
Got the job done.
Do you remember a game called Wet for the PS3?
No.
It was like it was like a launch title.
Yeah.
They had it on PlayStation Now.
Anybody? Wet.
Yes, Wet. You played as like a girl bounty hunter, I believe. I can't remember the game entirely.
We got Pizza Dude looking it up. Pizza Dude's looking it up.
Just went nuts.
Just Googled Wet.
Urban Dictionary. Yeah, see, there you go. That's it. PlayStation 3. It was not the greatest, but I had fun playing it.
Yeah. Pull up a little gameplay in the background. Let's see what we got here.
They had this on PlayStation Now, and I got to replay it. Games like Infamous and stuff like that.
I've never even heard of this.
Split targeting. Yeah, there you go.
You had this game?
I did, yes. I did. There we
Third
go.
person Tomb Raider, but like urban?
I almost 100%.
Or like
on accident.
Do you say on accident?
Yeah, I wasn't.
It really
I wasn't
it was
trying
not
to.
that difficult of a game.
Dude, I forgot all about this. You brought back so many memories. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't remember. Sorry, I derailed you. We were talking. Where were we going with this?
PlayStation Now. I played this on PlayStation Now.
Oh, okay, nice.
But basically what they're doing now is because a lot of people weren't, oh yeah, the upside down slide.
Dude, that looks ridiculous. She's flipped upside down, is rappelling down and shooting dual pistols.
Yup.
It looks pretty cheesy in like a great way.
It
is. It's almost like Devil May Cry-esque with a lot of things
Like
going
way
on.
over the top.
Like, around
Dude,
the
yes. All right, we got to play this in
Dude,
the
I'm
Retro
down.
Lab someday.
I'm down to play this again. But anyway, PlayStation Now was not making a whole lot of money, so they decided, since Game Pass and everything,
Yeah.
you know, the Switch stuff was going so well, they just kind of slammed it all together.
Yeah.
And I agree with it.
Yes.
I will not be paying more than the $10 for just the base PlayStation Plus,
Yeah.
because that's all I need.
That's what. Yeah.
Um,
That's all you need.
but it's not a bad idea. It's almost like getting the expansion pass for the Nintendo Switch Online.
Sure.
It's a nice little flavor, nice little spice
Sure.
to what you got. But if like you're not feeling super nostalgic and you know, oh man, Infamous, I want to play this again, or you know, any of those other amazing PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2 titles that they had.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of them they keep taking out and putting in new games, and then I just got irritated because I was like, I want to play this game. Why did you replace it with this? I don't even like this.
Yeah, it really depends on the selection, right?
Yeah.
Depends on the selection.
Yeah. It's kind of what Game Pass does. They take games away, put new ones, and then bring those games back.
Sure. And it depends on the selection. And it depends on like
It was very
what
frequent.
high-profile games I think are also on there. Like, I remember Halo. That was a big one where it
Yep.
was just like included with Game Pass. So
But I don't think they're gonna do like Game Pass does
yeah.
with like, you know, Halo Infinite free on Game Pass.
No day.
They're
one
not gonna do
games.
God of War Ragnarok free with the PlayStation Plus.
you don't think so?
Thing.
No,
No,
100%.
that would be insane.
I think they already said they weren't going to. I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
I
So this is more for the retro stuff.
Yes.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, kind of like the N64 and Genesis stuff with the expansion pass on Nintendo
Sure.
Switch.
All right. Well, it's a great way for people who just want, you know, a simple way to get
Play
access
some
to games. I mean,
Prototype.
the
That was a
used
great
used game market's crazy.
Yeah.
It would be nice if there was just some sort of digital store and you could have those games across different consoles. I think that would be ideal.
Yeah, I would love
Um,
that.
But I don't know. They got to keep sort of monetizing it over time. I don't like the idea of like buying games over and over again. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I do that.
Yeah, I think all of us do.
Yeah,
I
at
think
some point or another.
I think somebody in chat mentioned that you can actually play the PlayStation Now games on PC
Yes, you could.
Oh, that's
with the cloud service.
interesting. Again, I don't know enough about playing games off of the cloud. I think that I have no experience with it, but anything that's bringing Sony to being more PC friendly is a win in my book, because again, it's just been so cool to see Microsoft be so PC friendly.
Yeah.
And I think that, yeah, if that drives PlayStation to do the same, more titles on the PC, it's just a win for everybody. So that competition is good. Cool.
On live, yeah.
That
I
comes
had to
out
try it
when?
on
June?
live. June 13th is when everything looks like it's going to migrate.
June 13th. Okay, cool. What do we got next, Pizza Guy Dude?
All right, next on
My
our
man.
list, there's a new Call of Duty coming out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Not to be confused with the one from, 2009?
Yes.
This is a direct sequel to
Hold on.
Yeah.
not to be confused. I think it is meant to be confused 1,000,000%.
Yep. Yep.
What the shit? They literally just named it the same thing
Yep.
because they want everybody to
No,
go,
no.
oh my God.
They didn't name it the same thing. Just like someone in chat just said, it's MIIW.
True.
They didn't do that in the other one.
Oh.
It was just MW2.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they
okay.
changed it to
Never
Roman
mind
numerals.
then. Yeah.
Gosh, give it the times,
Yeah.
man.
Okay. Very different. Yeah. All right. Go on, Pizza Dude. What's the
All
deal
right,
here?
So hot right now.
It's a direct sequel to the 2019 Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
They've only
modern,
shown a
to
teaser so
warfare.
far.
Yeah.
But in the teaser, they showed a logo for the Task Force 141, which, if you're familiar with the original, was the main protagonist in the original 2009 game.
Sure.
And it's expected to arrive later this year. That's really all the news they have on that right now.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Oh, boy.
I think that.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we can show off this logo. I pulled it up there. There we
There's
go.
the logo.
RIW.
Yep.
Too
Okay.
modern, too warfare. Exactly. Call of Duty. Too modern, too warfare.
So is this is under the direction of Microsoft now, correct?
Activision.
Or
yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
You're right.
yeah, because they acquired it.
Because, yeah, Microsoft owns Activision. now.
So Call of Duty, it's tough to keep track of. Now, who's creating this? Is it Infinity Ward or is it Treyarch?
Yeah, no, this one is Infinity Ward. I
That-
think
okay, so
they
there's
own the
Infinity
Modern
Ward.
Warfare group.
There's Raven. There's
I don't
Treyarch.
I don't think Raven does Call of Duties anymore.
Okay.
I think right now it's just Infinity Ward and Treyarch.
Treyarch?
Because
Okay.
Infinity Ward does the Modern Warfares, Treyarch does like the Black Ops.
Yes.
And all that.
I was always a big
stuff.
Treyarch Black Ops guy.
Zombies. It's the only reason why I buy
We have
them
a
is-
video
is
here
the
if you
zombies
want to
modes.
watch it.
Yeah, you want to watch the video? All right.
This is the teaser that got played.
Yeah, that's
Let me
fine.
Pause it for a second. I'll make it. Can you see that?
You can just go the other window. Yeah,
I
that's
like
fine,
that.
just like that.
All right, let me turn it down so don't blow people.
Does Raven do the Battle Royale? Okay, my bad. I thought they weren't really involved anymore.
Logo reveal.
That's it.
There it is.
That's the teaser.
All right. Now, as a huge fan of the original Modern Warfares,
Yeah, I thought this was going to be Modern Warfare 2, like some sort of.
they basically are just like revamping the Modern Warfare. Like the stories
reboot.
are all different, but they involve the same characters and all this other stuff. But
Yeah.
do not mess with my Modern Warfare 2, y'all. That's where I actually like. Modern Warfare 2 is where I got into Call of Duty. Like, I bought my first PlayStation 3.
Same.
I bought Modern
Same.
Warfare 2 midnight release. I stayed up all night with my buddy playing. You know, you get in a fight with somebody at school. Yo, 1v1 me on Rust, knives only. Let's go.
Settle it.
We
Settle
gonna
it.
settle this.
Yeah. Yeah, that game was my introduction to Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
And I was addicted,
Yep.
man. I actually think it came out right around the same time as Halo.
Maybe
Ooh.
ODST. Halo 3 ODST somewhere. around there?
Halo, not 3, not ODST. Reach. Yes. Thank
Was it
you,
Reach?
T-Mac, in
Oh,
the chat.
Okay.
Reach, all I could think of was the armor ability. And they introduced Sprint, and coming back to that title years later with the Master Chief Collection, I found myself really enjoying it. But at that moment in time, coming off of years of Halo 3 and Halo 2 and Halo, I was looking for something new, something different. And Modern Warfare 2 was that game. And I just became obsessed with the multiplayer, and would play with my crew like
Yep.
hours and hours and hours and hours online. Getting the AC 130, getting your chopper gunner, putting
Tactical
together all the
nuke.
different classes and I loved it, and I was getting pissed at people using the fucking noob tube.
Yeah, I was one of those people.
Dude, no.
Yo,
Oh
the
my
friggin' M4,
god.
the M4 with the noob tube.
Goon
that
to my
was
right, noob tube.
That was
goon.
my setup. No,
You'd see the kill
into
cam
that.
and they'd spawn in and just instantly go
I was that guy.
and go right to noob tube, and you just be like, you noob ass biatch.
Yep, I
oh
was
my
that dude.
god.
I wanted you to break a controller.
Oh, brutal.
Yes, Modern Warfare 2. That is what we were talking. Yeah, the blind knife throws.
And then it would like bounce and bounce.
Oh man, hey, was it rooftop where you sit there and you're climbing up the scaffoldings and you get to that one like stupid sneaky spot that's like way the hell up at the top of the map.
Oh, yeah.
my Lord.
Yeah, the maps were great.
Oh, such
Yeah.
great one-man army.
Yeah, the shotguns were people running around with those dual
Oh, the
1887.
akimbo. Yeah.
That was also bullshit
Yeah,
too. You're also
1887
a
shotgun.
huge noob if you use and then they nerfed them into the ground. I was always a spaz guy.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like stopping power, I think, or maybe it gave it like extended range. You go pa ch ch pa ch ch, like jumping around corners. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I was one of those people too. LMGs are just mag dump.
Loved it. So much
Magnum.
again, so many good like guns for different styles of playing. There was the commando like infinite running guy who would just like
Commando
knife
Pro,
everybody.
where you
Yeah,
just
commando.
knife someone from
Yeah.
on the other side of the map.
Oh my gosh. So fun, so good. And so yeah, I have not been following Call of Duty as much recently. I played the last Black Ops, the one that had the battle royale and had a decent time playing
Cold
that.
War.
Yeah,
Cold War. Yep.
I think. And then what's the main one now? Warzone.
Yeah, that's the battle royale.
That's been like their main kind of battle. Yeah.
That's where the
And then
money's coming
Vanguard
from
came
right
out. I don't know if Vanguard did any. I played that for a little bit, and it's like the time to kill was instant. It was. I don't remember if the old ones were this fast, or maybe I'm just getting older and like, I don't remember. I don't know. I've got pretty good reflexes still.
We'll see. Hey, we'll see.
I've got.
You and
I
I can
don't know.
squad up,
So
man. We'll see.
if anybody has played Vanguard, I mean, it was like if you happen to be seen, you're dead. There's just I don't know. I felt like that wasn't the case as
playing
much in
hardcore
the
mode is the
older.
problem.
It wasn't even hardcore.
What?
The time to kill was insane. So I didn't love it. But I also didn't spend time like, all right, let me learn the maps and let me get my classes like all kind of, customized and locked in the way I wanted to. So I was kind of I don't know, I wasn't I wasn't ripping it up like I was expecting to. I wasn't really getting into it, and I just felt like I was dying so fast. So I don't know, there's always kids, they're snorting their G Fuel and whatever and like huffing their Dorito dust.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey, we'll bring it
They're
back.
vaping into their computers to make them get
Just
more frames per
overclock
second.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll keep our eyes peeled on these new Modern Warfare games. I mean, we
Yes.
still got the nostalgia for the old ones.
Yep.
And, we'll see. All right. Next, what do you got for us, Pizza Dude?
All right, next up is a Steam Deck update is coming out. The newest OS includes a lock screen feature, and you can secure it with a six-digit PIN.
Okay.
They're updating the achievements page, which will load faster. They've added keyboards for 21 languages. They've added the ability to switch between multiple windows within a single game or app. And Valve also stated they're going to ramp up production and shipment of Steam Decks.
That's good news.
All right. The Steam Deck, I'm not sold.
It doesn't fit your needs. It doesn't fit your requirements. Is maybe that's where I'm coming from. I don't need it.
Yeah,
I'm sold on the fact that I think that it is a good device. I'm glad that it exists, but I don't need that, and I am not going to need it. But it does seem pretty cool. And listen, think about all the gamers that are trying to play their big titty hentai games, and they didn't have a lock screen before. They didn't have a lock screen, and now they can lock that screen up. I see you blushing
over there, Pizza
now
Dude.
They can
you know what I'm talking
lock
about.
that screen up.
You know what that Hoonie Pop is.
Oh.
I saw you.
Oh.
I'm glad I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh.
I feel like every time I log into Steam, they're like, at the bottom, new game releases. It's just like, anime titty game, anime titty game, anime titty game.
Gun gal, Hoonie Pop.
I'm like,
what? There's a lot.
So,
it's like
Steam Deck. Think about
days.
that. Think about how many gamers get to enjoy their, whatever maid
sitting
cafe
there on the train or in the middle of Starbucks, and you're just playing puzzle games, undressing people,
keep it at home, dude.
Come on, people.
But also you can lock it up. So there you go, security. That's nice. And
also
then more production. That's good. I don't know if it's on the same level as like PlayStation 5 or the GPUs in terms of availability. Are people able to just get them? I know.
They are. It depends what version you get. The 256 gigabyte ones, I believe, are shipping out, but the 512 gigabytes have been pushed out till quarter
see.
three.
The COVID chip shortage, man.
Yeah, the COVID chip shortage combo, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, cool. There you go. They're updating it. They're working on it. It's it's a cool device, just not something that I need. I've never been like a well, I had a couple handhelds. The original Fat Game Boy. I had Game Gear, and then
That's
I
what
had
it reminds me
Game
of
Boy
is Game
Advance.
Gear,
It's cool because you can put actually like all the old emulators on there, and you could load up and have like this all-in-one like device that plays new games, plays old games. Apparently, fans are pretty loud.
Yeah,
makes sense though.
Like I say, it's a great idea, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy it. It's one of those things I probably like. If one of my friends gets it, like I'll check it out. But
yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna throw out the cash to get a.
Do we know battery life on this Steam Deck? Does anybody know? Because there's a couple people in the chat saying Game Gear battery life, and like, yeah, I could play my Game Gear for probably 45 minutes, and then it would die.
2 to 8 hours.
Really depends on what game you're playing. It seems
Probably
like that's a
screen brightness
vastly
and all that.
2 to 8 hours. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's either not great or actually really good, depending on if you get 2 or if you get 8.
Yeah.
So okay.
So you get basically a Missouri to Florida flight or longer.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Steam Deck. I think we got another Steam Deck thing, right?
Yeah. So the last thing that we have to talk about is part of the Steam Deck. Somebody created a display cradle for it when you're not playing it. It costs $30, and it can be purchased at laserbear.net. I do have it up if you want to look at it. There.
Yeah.
Is this 3D printed or is
it
a solid base?
Yeah, I think it's 3D printed, and I saw this, and I thought this would be cool for anybody out there who does have the Steam Deck. I've bought some stuff from this website before, and it was solid quality. And so I think if you scroll down, it might...
Yeah, that
might be able to just download the information and then maybe not. I thought that maybe they made it available for you to just download the file and then print it out yourself. So that might be in there somewhere, but yeah, check that out. That's available. Pretty nice. Nice way to just display your console there instead of just having it like sit down on the ground flat. You know, I did send it to Peeve, who's my one of my buddies, a streamer on Twitch, and he said his cats would just probably knock it out and knock it over. So again, yeah, not something that crossed my mind, but if you have cats, maybe think about that.
Yeah,
think about that. So, is that it for gaming news, Pizza Dude?
That is all we have for news today.
All right, that's it for our gaming news.